Good afternoon. I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home Design magazine, and thank you for listening to Talking About a home show on the radio. Today's radio show is coming to you from Advanced Window Fashions, located at 502 Wando Park Boulevard, and that's off of Long Point Road in Mount Pleasant. And we're very proud to have Advanced Window Fashions as one of the sponsors of the Charleston Home and Design show on Daniel Island, which is coming up April 26th and 27th at Family Circle Stadium on Daniel Island. And now we're talking with Frank Price with Advanced Window Fashions. How you doing, Frank?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Doing good, Frank. Thank you so much to Advanced Window Fashions for hosting today's radio show. And why don't we start off by having you just tell everybody about Advanced Window Fashions.
Well, Advanced Window Fashions is pretty much how it sounds. We are a high-end window company that specializes in Hunter Douglas products as well as other type products as far as fabrics and closets and upholstering and that kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay, so Advanced Window Fashions, you folks don't sell the windows, but you sell the window treatments that go on the inside of the house.
Pretty much. It's too hard to keep up with the treatments, let alone the windows.
Right. What would be some of the top window treatments that Advanced Window Fashions sells these days?
One of our most popular products is a Duet, which is one of the most energy efficient products that is on the market and helps reduce heat and air coming through the windows, or cold and heat coming through the windows.
What does the Duet look like? Can you kind of
kind of accordion looking. It has inner pockets, which is what helps keep the heat and cold from the inside of your house drifting through the windows.
Does it allow light to come in, or is it real dark?
You can have it either way. You can have it where it darkens a room so that if you use it in a bedroom, that it'll allow you to sleep later if the sun is out, and it also allows you to have light come through it if you decide to go with that option.
Gotcha. Okay. And I interrupted you. I'm sorry. What are some of the other popular window treatments that Advanced Window Fashion are selling these days?
Well, I guess you would say that with Hunter Douglas, the most popular products are going to be the ETs. They are duets, silhouettes, luminettes, pirouettes, and
there might be another.
There's another one.
Another Ed out there somewhere, huh? And these are all Hunter Douglas products, and Hunter Douglas is a household name for people. And you see people promoting, different companies promoting that they sell Hunter Douglas products, but Advanced Window Fashion, you folks are a little bit different than the average Hunter Douglas dealer out there. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, we're proud to say that we're a Centurion outlet, meaning that we carry fabrics and stuff that other Hunter Douglas galleries or sales places do not carry. We also fix in-house anything that may go wrong with any blind or shutter or window treatment. We rarely see Hunter Douglas stuff come through, but we fix everybody else's merchandise. We also have a showroom, as you mentioned before, at 502 Wando Park Boulevard, which has every sample you could probably want to look at as far as the window treatments that we sell.
And that's a bit unique because a lot of sometimes interior designers will say that they sell window treatments and Hunter Douglas products, but they don't necessarily have a showroom. A lot of that's the case with a lot of companies. They may not have a showroom, but Advanced Window Fashions, you have a beautiful showroom here. Why don't you kind of describe what the Advanced Window Fashion showroom looks like for our listeners?
Well, we tried to make it as pleasing as possible to our clients and also display everything as well as possible. We have every product, of course, that Hunter Douglas sells displayed, even the Illustra collection, which is one of the main things that we carry that a lot of the other Hunter Douglas stores do not carry. We also have, I would say, tens of thousands of fabrics that are available, and we have, I would say, 50% of those displayed and easily to look at. We also carry closet systems that we have a model of what they could look like. We also, one of our biggest sellers, which I didn't mention earlier, was the shutters, and we have about every shutter type you could think of displayed around, whether you have shutters that are needed for palladium windows or French doors or, odd-shaped windows. We can also cover odd-shaped windows with some of the ET products that I talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm. And I'm looking over at this huge wall of fabric samples. What are these used for?
Well, we do custom drapery. We do custom window treatments such as Roman shades. With the fabrics that we carry, we can also upholster chairs and benches and small items. We also carry fabrics that you can use on pillows and different types of things. We have all of the hardware that you'd want to use for any of the draperies, such as the poles and the finials and the grommets and some of the tie-back type materials.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a little bit of all of it.
Gotcha. And I've seen the owner of Advanced Window Fashions, Larry McCrae, demonstrate some of the motorized shades that you have here at Advanced Window Fashions. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, a number of our products are motorized. They can be motorized with either a remote control. You can hook them up with a hard wire or a battery pack. Some of them may even plug in. What's so interesting about Hunter Douglas and their motorized situation is that we have an app that you can download on your phone, so you can literally move your drapery around if you're in Paris.
Huh. Interesting. Kind of change it up from the street view, so maybe your house doesn't look like so that it looks like it's occupied when it's not.
Either that or scare the people that are in the house when the draperies start moving by themselves.
Right. Is motorized window treatments, is that becoming more popular with people?
Well, yes, and just mainly for the convenience. Whenever people are out of town or get caught in a situation to where they can't get home, some people want to block out sun and heat that comes in from the afternoon sun, mm-hmm. so they can do it from their app. We have found that most of the houses are built with more windows lately than they have been in the past, so therefore a lot of people are not interested in taking their shades up and down every day, twice a day, and so with the motorization they're able to do 5, 10 at a time.
Huh. Are the motorized shades reliable? Is it just another tech thing that can go wrong in your home?
I don't think so. Motorized shades are. We're not the only person that sells motorized shades. I will say that we're probably the best in the business. Mm-hmm. So the technology is not brand new. Uh-huh. With everything else that's out these days, it's been around for a while.
Does it require running like hard wiring these, or is it
some? It depends on the weight of the shade and the size of the shade. It may need to be hardwired, but most windows can be done with a battery pack, and these battery packs have to be replaced about once every year and a half, depending on how often you use the shade.
So you don't always have to bring in an electrician to install these motorized shades?
Not necessarily, no.
That's good. You were, and we're almost out of time, but I did want to ask you, as a Centurion dealer for Hunter Douglas, Advanced Window Fashions, you folks have access to some window treatments that some of the non-Centurion Hunter Douglas dealers in town do not have access to. And what are some of the new products that Hunter Douglas has got coming out?
We have access to some fabrics and things that other Hunter Douglas dealers do not have, especially our Illustra collection that I mentioned earlier, which is a higher end fabric and specifically made for Hunter Douglas. Also, we are coming out with some new motorization on certain products. We're coming out with new top-down, bottom-up features with some of our products. We've got a whole new line of fabrics and stuff with the products coming out, and that should be here in the next few weeks to a month.
Yeah, and Larry's wife Nancy McCrae mentioned that you folks aren't even allowed to display these new products until April. So if you want to get a sneak peek, you have to come visit the Advanced Window Fashion showroom, right?
You didn't hear that from me.
Okay. Well, tell everybody how they can get in touch with Advanced Window Fashions.
We are at 502, again, Wando Park Boulevard. We're in Suite 107. Our telephone number is 843-881-8858. And you can also look us up on our website at 843beautifulwindows.com.
Okay, good deal. Well, we have been talking with Frank Price with Advanced Window Fashions, and thanks to Advanced Window Fashions for hosting today's radio show and being a sponsor of the Charleston Home Design Show on Daniel Island, coming up April 26th and 27th at Family Circle Stadium on Daniel Island. Thank you, Frank.
My pleasure.